Friends, ongoing stories tonight, the 15th of February, I believe it's a Saturday. Jake and the Hobo, My Summer of Love. A story of a 16-year-old girl fleeing an abusive family in Black Mountain, West Virginia, and meeting a man who would change her life, Erasmus P. Hobbs. So, today we pick up on top of 168, Jake and Erasmus heading over to Sedona, but here tonight in Galveston, Texas. Galveston, there by the sea, and there they are playing music, enjoying themselves. A homeless man and a woman and child were sitting nearby, and after Juan brought them the food that we had paid for, they walked over to say to us, "Thank you, mister. We appreciate your kindness." We had been renting our house for a long time, and the new owner took over, and before we knew it, we were out on the streets. We have our van and some friends, and so we're going to stay with in San Antonio. Your kindness of dinner and song lifted our spirits. Can I play a song for you? Erasmus said, "Sure thing, play us a song." He sang folk songs from Mexico like La Bamba, and the hat filled up again. We gave more money to Juan, and he said, "There are no more homeless people who need burritos tonight. You keep the money." I said, "Sadly, there will be more homeless people who will need food. I know that you give what you can, but Erasmus and I want to give you some extra money to cover your costs. Miss, if more people were as kind as you and Erasmus are, the world would be a far better place." That evening, we had many people from Nicaragua, Chile, Mexico to teach us songs. I felt like this kind of night would last forever. And then a man with a cowboy hat and long braided hair walked by in the shadow. He said, "I know a song. Can we sing? It's called Crazy, the Patsy Cline song." He took the guitar from Erasmus and sang, "Crazy, crazy for feeling this way," with a twangy, rusted voice. Erasmus said, "Man, you sound just like Willie Nelson, only better." The man faced Erasmus under the street lamp, smiled, and said, "You think so? I'm glad I sounded better than Willie." Erasmus looked at the man and smiled and said, "For once in my life, I am truly lost for words. Willie, please sing one more song." Willie smiled and sang, "I'd love to stay longer and play, but I have a show in San Antonio and the tour bus is about to leave. Thank you for keeping the music alive. You and your granddaughter are a joy." They shook hands and I said, "Thank you, Mr. Willie." Our hat had a crisp $50 bill in it, and on the back he had written, "Thank you, Willie." You never know where these things will happen in life. We taped that bill over our dining room table, put our guitar and tambourine in Emma, and strolled along the pier of Galveston. We walked over to the Ferris wheel and the amusement park that was set up by the waterfront. Erasmus said, "Come on, hop on board." Socrates, Erasmus, and I were soon aloft. Socrates was yapping, standing up, mesmerized by the city lights below. The wheel took us round. It stopped at the top, and for a moment I was afraid, but Socrates and Erasmus were next to me. And with them, I was fearless. When the sky burst open with fireworks, it was almost as if this special show was just for us. In the cool evening air of Galveston, suspended above the whole world with the circus lights whirling around beneath us, the two of us were swaying in our private dreams. This was the best moments of my entire life, and these were the two that I wanted close to me, Erasmus and Socrates. Probably Sojourner and Roshi would have been ideal too, but the Ferris wheel might have gotten a wee bit tight. The next morning we woke up in the campground by the cottonwood trees, and the sunrise was glorious over the Gulf of Mexico. We had to meet Dr. Swami Vinanda, at 10 and drove up the coast, following a map drawn on the paper like a treasure map. We reached a thickly forest grove, and there was a mailbox with a sign, "All welcomed." I knew we would find an answer. And tomorrow you'll find by Fate and Fortune, Chapter 8, Chance We Dance. So, friends, tonight, a small taste of Jake and the Hobo, My Summer of Love. You can find more of this online at vermontartpoetrypress.com. And thank you for your support and other books like Celebrate Life, etc. like this. We look forward to you trying them out. Namaya out on Saturday, and we'll look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. Jake and the Hobo, My Summer of Love.